Russia and China are furious that Trump is threatening to buy Greenland or forcefully annex it. The most important reason why isn't even about the natural resources, and they have a ton. For those of you who don't know, Greenland is its own autonomous region, but they are still under the influence of Denmark. The country is rich in oil and natural gas, but even more importantly, they have up to 31 different rare earth minerals which China wants to keep the monopoly of. They have 70% of the world's production. Greenland can upset that. There is a multi-trillion-dollar ocean of resources in this country that the native inhabitants won't allow any government to exploit. And if the Trump administration were somehow to acquire all of Greenland, then it would be a death blow to whatever monopolistic powers that Russia and China currently possess. But the mineral wealth of Greenland is a molehill compared to the mountain of why Trump's actually interested in this. Due to global warming and the melting of the polar ice caps, both China and Russia have developed a new northern sea route that lets them go through all of northern Russia across Greenland into Europe. But the Russian and Chinese ships aren't just using this for trade, they're also using this for military operations, certain types of surveillance, and other threats to overall Western security. According to an associate professor at the University of Copenhagen, the Americans have a strong interest in overseeing the activities of foreign countries in Greenland because it's such a big security asset for foreign states. And due to that, any investment or activity from the American point of view may be seen as a security threat. And it's true, we don't want any Russian or Chinese ships going anywhere near this area, which is so close to North America. And a major issue for at least America's GOP is if the people of Greenland don't mind China and Russia using their waterways, then there's not much America can do about it. Unless America just takes all of Greenland and robs the people of the sovereignty of their own land. Now, this move has surprised me because I never would have thought that Trump would have taken such a bold stance against both Russia and China. So China and both Russia are looking upon this as a huge threat. Moscow's Kremlin says it's watching Trump's pursuit of Greenland closely. While I don't think it's a likely probability that we will actually take away Greenland, but it's not zero anymore. And if Russia and China lose access to this trading route, then they lose tens to maybe hundreds of billions of dollars of GDP growth. Another point of concern for Russia and China, and it might be the biggest one, is that the most powerful country in the world with the most powerful military and the most powerful economy is wanting to expand its territory, or at least they're talking about it, and they haven't done that in a long time. According to constitutional law, for now, this is Trump's last term, so China and Russia both know that, okay, Trump has nothing to lose here. What about Trump being in Russia's pocket because Russia may be the reason why Trump got elected? Let's walk down that possibility. Trump has a habit of discarding people who are no longer useful to him, and Trump's the president again. He got exactly what he wanted. Maybe Putin has some dirt on Trump. Okay, release the dirt, because again, Trump can get away with anything and his base will still worship him. Or maybe Putin releases that dirt on Trump and Trump goes, okay, you have nothing on me now. I'm going to give Ukraine everything they need to bury you, and I am going to restrict all sea access of Greenland. I'm sure Greenland would be very upset about that, but really, what can they do if America set their mind to it? Now, all that crazy stuff being said, I don't think it's likely at all that the United States will actually annex Greenland. Trump has said this before in 2019 when he was president, and it got nowhere. I'll make a much longer post about this later, but it looks like what Trump is employing is a masterful negotiation tactic. And again, I don't like this guy, but I don't know if he's actually thinking of this on his own, or he's just getting great advice, or maybe some AI bot is just helping him do all these things. The tactic is you ask for a host of unreasonable demands that you have the power to actually take if you want. He's mentioning taking Greenland, the Panama Canal, maybe even Canada, some pieces of Mexico again. Without even being in office again yet, he has ruffled the entire world's feathers, both friends and enemies alike. The world literally now does not know what to expect from him, especially Russia and China. So now the whole world is on this uneasy footing, which gives Trump that advantage. They're biting their fingernails and he is biding his time. He goes into his negotiations saying he wants these crazy, unreasonable things, and finally, after a long, drawn-out and pitched battle, he makes certain concessions and says, okay, fine, I won't take all of Greenland, but I want American firms to have mineral rights over this area, this area, this area, and we want something key along these ports that Russia and China can't go across. And because of the prior unease that Trump has put his opposition through, they may be so exhausted and relieved he's not taking the whole thing, they may actually give him what he wants. That could be true with Canada, Mexico, the Panama Canal. Unfortunately, even though this is a rotten tactic, it's quite underhanded, it proves to be highly effective, and it has been since the dawn of civilization. Countries like Russia and China only respect strength and force, and this is what Trump is showing. I am the Geo Husar. I would love to say that the president-elect's actions are going to lead to more global stability, but I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching.